Colin Kunz here alongside Camden Braden. We're excited to be kicking off the girls basketball season with you. Ready for an exciting mini games here in the Hawks Nest. Starting off strong, we're playing the Springboro Panthers. And the girls, they're touted for an exciting season.
Yeah, they really do got big shoes to fill from last year, coming second in the GMC, falling just short in that GMC championship game. A lot of times with teams, when they have success like that and they lose some seniors, you can see them kind of like get nervous or like go for the pressure a little bit, but I don't think that'll be a problem for this year's team.
Yeah, I agree. This team definitely has a ton of experience, a lot of very experienced girls on this team. And they picked up a lot of big wins last season. You're looking at West and Mason, and those are some really good wins. Hopefully they can get some of those again this season. Starts here with Springboro.
I'm excited to see what this team brings to us this year. Should be a good balance of, they're not really one-dimensional. They really do everything well. They're very aggressive, and, for years that's gotten head coach Dan Wallace a lot of wins, and they're looking to do the same this year.
Yeah, and Wallace has really been the reason for the success on this team. He's been incredible coaching these girls. He has a very strict practice plan. He keeps them on track, and that really shows on the court with how well this team does.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Hawks Nest for tonight's varsity girls basketball game between the Springboro Panthers and your Lakota Thunderhawks. Lakota High School and Springboro High School are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by high standards of conduct, competition, and relations with member schools. The athletes in this game are friendly rivals. While play may be fierce, all attendants tonight are reminded that this is a game between high school student athletes, and high standards of sportsmanship are expected at all times. The officials assigned to this game have been selected and assigned according to the procedures accepted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Greater Miami Conference. Referees for tonight's contest are Andrew Douglas, Doug Harmon, and Ryan Prophet. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a great country with freedoms like no other. In order to honor America and in respect for all who have served our great country to defend our freedoms, you are invited to stand and sing our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
We join you back now after the national anthem as both teams will go into their huddles to prepare for a tip-off here. This is definitely going to be a tough game for the Thunderhawks with the size of Springboro. Something I just noticed before the game is quite a size difference there for Springboro.
Absolutely, and the Hawks are going to have to make sure they're blocking out, boxing out, make sure they're being really aggressive on the boards and not giving Springboro a chance to get those second chance points.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be one of the huge aspects here for the Thunderhawks. It's going to give them a shot to win this game. The Hawks really are going to have to work for this one with that size difference. Definitely had a couple of tough scrimmages. Looked good, had a few wins, a few losses. But I think this team is definitely prepared. We now get ready to introduce the starting lineup here for the Thunderhawks. Coming out first is Emma Full, and she's been one of the big-time players on this team. She has been for the past 3 years. She's really been one of those explosive players, been able to score, been able to defend.
Absolutely. She's going to have a big role on this team this year. You know, we kind of saw it last year. She's going to kind of be, you know, the one who's handling the ball the most, facilitating, scoring. She's going to do it all.
Following her out was Zawila, who shows that explosive speed, which is what she adds to the team. Then Tao, who brings three-point shooting to this lineup. After that is Asher coming out. She can kind of do it all, just like Emma Full, just a junior. And then finally, Selena Blunt. She can do absolutely everything on the court. She can score, she can shoot threes, she can block especially. This is a very strong starting lineup the Thunderhawks have out there.
She's going to have her hands full in the paint tonight.
She absolutely will. She's going to have the toughest matchups. Blunt will go out for the tip-off against Wade. Sorry, Trent. The ball is up. Thunderhawks win the tip, and we are underway here in the Hawks Nest. Blunt got it out to Zawila. Now working around to Full. Thunderhawks here on their first offensive possession. A lot of moving around here from the Thunderhawks, trying to get that open look. Blunt making a drive inside now. A lot of contact there on that one. They'll call a travel there after the pass.
Notice a few off-the-ball screens there in that possession. That's going to be what they want to do against this man defense. You know, get some off-the-ball screens, get some of their shooters open, see if they can create some good looks.
Asher there taking a poke at the ball, almost getting it away. Working on Martin there, and Blunt gets the ball from midair there, gets it over to Full. Thunderhawks now working back quickly. Now it'll take some time to slow it down. So Wheeler works it back out. Full is able to get it. Thunderhawks now composing themselves. Settling things down here. Full gets it around to Asher. Now back to Full. We've seen a couple of these looks so far, working around the outside on either side. Now I gave it to Blunt. She almost gets that one up and in. Very close on that one. And a huge drive there to the basket, and that one will go in for the first points of the game. Number 12, Bryn Martin for the Panthers.
We see the differences in offenses here early for the Hawks and the Panthers. Panthers are looking to get out and run and make some fast break points, get some easy layups. Hawks are kind of looking to settle things down and get to their offense a little bit and try to control this game.
Yeah, and we saw it there a little bit. Thunderhawks there just a little too fast on the pass, went off of Blunt's hands and out of bounds, which gives the Panthers the possession back. Martin has this one up top. Springboro looking to add to their first points of the game. Inside there, shot up, and Blunt there with a nice defensive play, but they'll call a foul.
Not bad defense there by Blunt. She just kind of lost from the jump there, not getting position.
Yeah, just a little difficult. You can see the arm maybe hit just a little bit. Trent now at the charity stripe. First shot up and in. Gives the Panthers a 3-0 lead. Next shot up, and that one's good as well. Both of them are made there by Trent. Thunderhawks now looking to score back here. 5 quick points from the Panthers. Call there made.
Great job there by Asher being strong with her dribble and, you know, not really looking for the contact. She was just looking to go for the basket, and she let the foul come to her.
Yeah, absolutely. And she's not afraid to take those fouls. Very aggressive team. Everyone here on this Thunderhawks team is. A little bit of confusion here, it appears, with the referees on who the foul is on, it looks like. They're saying, I think they're trying to say it was on 33. And correction there is made.
Looks like they're going to get this call right.
First game for everyone here, including these referees tonight. Thunderhawks do get the ball back. And Toe there with the three-pointer, just a little short on that one, off the front of the rim. The Panthers get on top of that one. Moving very quick, and there's a three-pointer from Springboro. Won't fall, though. Gets the rebound. Another three-point try. That one's up, and also off the front of the glass. Quick inside floater there, also won't go. 3 quick shots, 3 quick rebounds there.
If the Hawks are going to win this game tonight, they need to make sure that they're getting bodies on Trent. They can't let her go into that paint clean and get those boards because she's taller than everybody, and she will get them.
Shot there from Asher, and that one a little short. Thunderhawks seem a little rushed here, maybe a little shaken by the height of this Panthers team.
You know, and maybe it's the adrenaline of it being the first game of the year. We'll just kind of let them settle in, kind of get into their groove. Once they see one go in, I'm sure we'll see a lot more go in after that.
Absolutely. I don't think I could have said it better myself. Just see who those first points come from. See if they can get a stop here. Tight defense there by Full, and there's the double. Now working inside to Trent. Trent works it back around. That one might be a long two, but short. Blunt there. Blunt with Trent for the tie-up, and one comes flying in at the end. That sure was a lot of contact. They'll call it jump ball.
Great effort there by both those girls. You know, obviously, like you said earlier, it's going to be a very physical game, and we've had no shortage of that with Selena and Trent in the paint.
Yeah, definitely got physical fast. Possession arrow was with the Panthers, so they will get the ball here. Inbound there to Trent. Asher trying to play some tight defense on her. Zawila there gets a hand in on that. And the assist from Blunt a little bit, but manages to get the ball back from the Panthers. There's another double, and Full is able to get on that one after the double. Now working it forward. Thunderhawks back in transition. Moving a little fast here. And a quick steal there from the Panthers, now going the other way. Shot up and foul. Good foul there made by Emma Full.
And I think putting a lot of pressure on her. She just was looking for someone to get the ball to, and the defender just came and
yeah, and that was
off.
really good hustle by Bryn Martin there to get that one. Almost took it fully all the way, but foul there made at the end. First shot up and through for Martin. 100% on free throws so far from the Panthers, 3 for 3. Definitely taking advantage of those free points.
It's definitely good when your team can shoot free throws.
Second shot coming from Martin now, and maybe I jinxed him a little bit on that one. That one rolls out.
Little announcer jinx from you there.
Bacher with this one now going the other way. A lot of contact there on that one. Foul called.
Looks like Springboro was just trying to get the steal there and got in for a little too much contact.
Hawks now will get a chance to inbound. Will be Bacher on the inbound here on this one. Gets it over to Full. Full there on Asher. Asher has a little bit of room. Now she works out to Blunt. Blunt for 3, and no good. But Bacher is able to get the rebound, and now it's a Full for 3. That one also no good. Blunt, though, does get the rebound. Knocked out by Martin, and it'll stay with the Hawks.
And you saw in that possession both times when Emma Full got the ball, they blitzed her with 2 people. They really don't want Emma to kill them this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we saw that on the other side as well. The Thunderhawks trying to make a blitz on some of the players. It actually worked out for them. That's what got him this possession. Straub now on the inbound. Gets out to Full, and a little too much arm on that one. Going the other way is Clear. Clear up against the glass, and that one just rattles out. Asher able to get on top of this one, going the other way.
Just an ill-advised pass there. Again, maybe it's the adrenaline talking.
Blunt there on that one and just over the rim. Thunderhawks can't get a shot. Long pass there to Trent. Trent up against the glass, and that's an easy make-in right there.
Hawks are tired. You saw Asher there. She just kind of jogged her way through and then just kind of threw her arm up. Not really an effort there to block it.
Yeah, and it looks like we are getting a little bit of a personnel change down here. 2 checking in.
I feel like if you're the Hawks right here, you just need to tell one of your stars, Blunt or Foe, to just go get us a bucket because we need to see one go through.
Yeah, I absolutely think that they really need to get one here on this possession. Tight defense being played on Asher now. Thunderhawks trying to penetrate this defense. Can't get much. A lot of them just standing still now, and that's that fatigue. Goes to Asher, and a lot of arm on that one. Rolls out of her hands a little bit.
Coming in hot.
Full gets out to Blunt. Blunt trying to make a shot inside. Gets it back out to Full, and again, just not quite enough there on that three. Panthers now going the other way.
Blunt's got some pretty good handles for her size. Can definitely be an asset. It's good when you have a big that can dribble too.
Very deep three there coming from Martin, but won't go. And another jump ball called. This time this one will go to the Hawks.
Yeah, we do have some personnel changes, just getting some fresh bodies in there. Step up the aggression a little bit, just kind of, Hawks just need to slow it down here. And
only Zawila and Full now remain from the starting lineup.
There's no shot clock in high school, just run your offense and try to get your best shot.
Big stab for the ball there.
As that seems to be what Springboro is doing. You know, we talked about them blitzing Full earlier, and they're just, you know, they're going for the ball every time someone touches it. They're just trying to get their hands in there. It's getting them a lot of fouls, but it's also getting them a lot of steals.
Yeah, and obviously has worked. The score being 7-0 here. It's Meek that broke that one up. Full trying to make something happen here. They again blitzer. Just taking their time now, working outside. Gets that one into Zawila. And again, two there on Zawila. Full there thought about taking the shot, but didn't do it. Springboro just playing some lockdown defense here as their crowd starts to applaud. Bacher in the corner now. Gets a little bit of separation, couldn't quite take advantage of it. Gets into Sturgill, and travel call. That'll end the Thunderhawks' possession.
That was just a beautiful defensive possession there by Springboro. Hawks were passing the ball a lot, but Springboro was just beautiful rotation, and they were communicating, making their switches. That's just what you want to see out of your defense.
Yeah, that was some of the best defense I've ever seen. They were just incredible. And with that one, Coach Wallace will take a timeout, and so will we. We'll join you back after this. And we're back now in the Hawks' nest. Springboro Panthers with the ball.
As you see immediately here, East is kind of going into a press here. Not a very aggressive press, but, you know, just trying to make Springboro play fast and just hopefully try and get the ball back.
Martin there with a nice move, spun around.
Got to put a body on her.
Yeah, absolutely. Thunderhawks still trying to get on the board. Nearly the entire first quarter has gone by. And still just more lockdown defense being played by the Panthers here. Asher trying to make a move inside, just not letting anything get by. Full trying to make a move, throws a shot up. That one a little bit of desperation, doesn't go. And nice pass there inside. That one's up against the glass for Turman.
And there's another example of us just seeing Springboro getting out and running. They are doing a great job here on defense, just staying down in their stance and not letting anything get by him. You can tell that this is something they practice and something they've drilled, and it's paying off here in the first quarter.
Yeah, night and day on the teams here. Trying to give this Thunderhawks team credit before the game, but not looking like last year much at all. So Wheeler there with a pass inside the Full. Full able to get that one out. Sturgill puts a shot up, and it still won't go. went out of bounds there on Meek, and he'll stay with the Thunderhawks.
It's kind of going to be interesting to see how this game goes because it's hard to tell if Springboro's just got a lot of energy, you know, due it to being the first quarter of the first game of the season, or if they're just really that conditioned, and we'll see if they just kind of wear out the Hawks as we go on.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with that. The conditioning is a big part. It looks like through one quarter, the Hawks are all already tired. Panthers all staying pretty strong. Tao getting ready on the inbound here. Gets that one into Blunt. Blunt now back in the lineup here for the Hawks. Asher has that one working around to Full now. Full trying to make a move inside, still nothing there. So we will have a lot of contact. Inside pass to Tao there. Couldn't quite corral it though. Full now making an inside drive for the basket and down and off the feet there of Clear.
And it's kind of just been the little mistakes here for the Hawks here in this first quarter. They've gotten opportunities to have good looks, but a bad pass here and there, or just like maybe a second too late on a pass, just have allowed Springboro to kind of recover in that time. And
a push off there. Springboro crowd not happy with that one. Possession will stay with the Hawks. That foul called on Clear. She picks one up. That's the fourth for the Panthers.
And a piece of that.
Yeah, jump up there by Meek.
As now we'll do it again.
It seems like the Thunderhawks have inbounded this one 10 times and trapped now in the corner. Asher with the smart play tries to bounce it off the legs, ends up going off of Trent's hands. Did end up working out for him, but we find ourselves with another inbound here. Tao again, finally gets that one to Full, and more contact there.
It's very aggressive. And going back to that last play where they were trapped in the corner, if you're Tao, you just can't come over and try and take the ball on a handoff in the corner because they're just going to trap both of you back there at that point.
Yeah,
and even if you are going to try to do that, then one of them's got to roll out and see if they can like get a little dump off pass and roll to the basket.
Yeah, Clear there, picking up another foul. I'll get the team to 5. Full will shoot free throws. Finally, the Thunderhawks are on the board with Full's free throw there with 25 seconds left in the first quarter. Full now trying for her second. And that one rattles in. Thunderhawks pick up another point.
You know, we did say they'll have to see one go in. You know, maybe a couple of free throws will be the spark that they need as they get a turnover there.
Yeah, and there's that big press you're talking about. They sent 2 after Martin there, and she just panicked a little bit and chucked that one out of bounds.
It'll be huge for them to get some points here at the end of the first. See if they can go into the second quarter here with a little bit of momentum.
Tao gets that one into Full. 20 seconds left here in the first quarter in the Hawks' nest. Thunderhawks trying to pick up any more points that they can. Around to Straub to Blunt. That one inside, not a great pass, just to the right of Asher. And foul called on Asher there after that one.
And like we mentioned earlier, lots of good opportunities to get baskets, lots of good looks out of the game. The passes just have not been good.
Yeah, they've definitely struggled in the passing game. There's been a huge struggle so far, and Panthers will get possession off that one.
It's led to a lot of turnovers and a lot of quick points here for the Panthers.
Trent inbounding this one, 4 seconds left. See if they can heave one up maybe. That one to Martin. Martin chucks one up in the air and very, very close. Your score through one quarter, Springboro Panthers 11, Lakota East Thunderhawks 2. We'll join you back after the quarter. And we welcome you back to the Hawks Nest here after the first quarter. Coach Dan Wallace took his time after that one, making sure to talk a lot of things over with the Thunderhawks here.
You see they're making a little bunch there, just trying to make sure they get in that inbound clean.
Thunderhawks playing a little tighter defense there, I was going to say, but wide open on the outside. Luckily, that shot didn't go in. That ball bounces.
And you can tell that they're kind of game planning here for the size of this Springboro team. Got a lot of bodies there in the paint. It's creating a lot of open looks here for Springboro.
Yeah, and there we just saw that one. Just unfortunate for them that that shot couldn't fall. Blunt now in the corner trying to work on Martin, and foul called there on Martin.
Yeah, she just kind of hooked her left arm around Blunt there. You know, she initiated the contact. They're going to call out her every time. Great job there by Blunt, not giving in and trying to reach.
Yeah, very great patience there. Thought it was almost called on her for a second, but Full gets this one, taking it up. Straub now working it, gets it inside to Blunt. Blunt back out to Full, across the Tao. Tao will try for three, and just a tad bit short. Steal made by Martin there. He's able to get a hold of the ball, working it back, now going the other way for the Panthers.
And, you know, that was just a great job there. You know, they had the rotation over to the right side, and Tao was just wide open on the left, and she just shot it across and got her a good look, just catching a quick shot.
Trent there with a quick move inside. He's able to pass it out, though. Thunderhawks playing a lot tighter, it looks like.
Definitely ramping up the intensity on the defensive end.
Three-point shot there, won't go from Martin.
Almost looks as if they're trying to beat Springboro at their own game on the defensive end.
So Wheeler there outside, thought about taking the shot, decided not to. Full there, almost got in a fight. And jump ball there. Possession arrow is with the Panthers, so they will get the ball.
And I don't know if that was supposed to be a design dribble handoff, but I'd put that one on Full, because the girl that was trailing her, supposed to have her, and then Sydney was showing the ball, and she just went for it, and it ended up being a jump ball.
Yeah, just a little bit of a tie-up there. Full kind of got in the way of Zawila. Chow now checking into the game. Still trying to work a little bit of different personnel here for Thunderhawks, get as many people in as possible. Nearly everyone on this varsity team is talented.
You know, they're just kind of trying to see the five that work right now. You know, nothing that they've really thrown out there has just clicked.
Full for three, and that one off the glass. What a shot there. Thunderhawks finally get their first field goal.
Yeah, finally catch a break here in the second quarter. And, you know, now it's just a 6-point game. Let's see if they can string together a field goal or two and try to make this thing competitive.
And turnaround jumper there from Martin. Won't go, though. Zawila on the rebound. Thunderhawks working the other way. A little bit of a stab made, but foul called on Morgan Meek.
Yeah, it seemed like Meek got a little bit of Sydney there before she got the ball. And, you know, they're going to call that every time.
More of those fouls just racking up for the Panthers.
Trying to do a little Grand Theft Alvarado.
And almost got away with it, trying to get that poke out, but foul called. Got a little bit too much of the arm. Thunderhawks, we're looking good. We'll see if they can continue here. Blunt for three now, and that one again, the bank is open here at Lakota East.
Just stringing together a couple of threes here now, and now all of a sudden it's a 3-point game. And we said how they look tired. You know, getting those couple of threes are going to ramp the energy back up.
And thrown over the head there of Martin. And wow, this is really, the tide has really turned here in positive favor for the Thunderhawks.
Again, now that they're getting a little bit of momentum, you'll see them play a little bit more aggressive now as they feel like things are kind of going their way. They're going to try and ride that as long as they can.
Full there gets the one to Blunt, bounce off Blunt's foot. Full's able to recover her own fumble there. Full making a drive to the basket, couldn't quite get it. So he was out of bounds there on the Panthers on that one. Asher now back in. After getting a quick breather. This is a very point-heavy offense they have out there right now. There's Blunt there, almost with a nice shot. Trying that little side hook.
And a good side hook it was. She just needs to be a little softer on the touch there. And
great move from Springboro on that one. Turman there.
It's great defense there by Blunt, just better offense.
Yeah, absolutely. And that one, clearly a foul. That one didn't even seem.
As you see, the Hawks now are being more protective of the ball, trying to keep it away from Springboro. So when they reach in and try to get those steals, they're not really getting as many steals anymore. They're starting to get more fouls, and we're seeing that in effect here in the second quarter as the Hawks are trying to keep possession here.
Back to only a 3-point game here. Asher there trying to tie things up. That one just short. So we were working the other way, and that over the head, that one goes back to Thunderhawks' way.
As it seems like the Hawks are kind of rubbing off on Springboro here. You know, we saw the ill-advised passes from them earlier, and now Springboro is returning the favor.
Yeah, and Trent finally checks out. A couple of those bad passes have come from her. Just a little high maybe getting a little tired. She's been playing very strong for both first quarters. Asher thought about the three there on that one, with Thunderhawks still trying to work this one around. Definitely looking a lot more composed now. Again, Asher there with a nice pass. Blunt able to corral that one. And again, decent shot by Blunt, but just couldn't quite finish it off.
Seems like these last few possessions, as Springboro's kind of tightened up on the perimeter here after the 2 threes that they made.
And high floater there.
Hawks are trying to get it into Blunt.
An incredible save there by Turman to keep that one in. But again, out of bounds for the Panthers.
Yeah, and Sydney just kind of needs to move her feet there. You know, she let Martin go right by her. You know, just kind of quicker reaction there would have set her up. She missed the shot, but you know, you're going to see Springboro make a lot of those shots.
Looked like a Thunderhawk might have knocked that one out. They got the possession. 3 there with a lot of separation, but won't go. Martin again making a drive in towards the basket. That one on the bottom of the rim. And Sturgill trying to get this one away, able to get it out. Now up the court to Zawila. Zawila just a little heavy to Tao, is able to corral it. And full now, take it out. Panthers definitely tightening back up on that defense. Is Tao for a deep 3 there. Too much.
As you see, since Foles' 3, you know, the Hawks have been a little bit more trigger happy, you know. Just seeing a couple shots fall is making them get more confidence around there and trying to shoot the ball.
Yeah, but a nice shot there from Martin. She hit him with the spin move. We've seen that a couple of times. Hasn't got one yet to fall, but that one finally did. Full with a lot of space for 3 now, and that one falls. That's a great shot.
It's a great job there by Foles squaring up and making sure that everything is set and, you know, wide open, form's perfect. She's going to make that every time.
Looks like some personnel switching here for the Thunderhawks as well as the Panthers. Sturgill and Tao will check out. Blunt now back out on the court. Still back to a 4-point game, which seems favorable based on how this game started. Trent also back in the game, but that one off of her feet. Looks like we'll have another jump ball. This one will stay with the Panthers. We've seen quite a few of those jump balls so far early in this game.
And I like what they're doing, whoever is defending the inbound. You know, they're not necessarily defending the inbound trying to get a deflection. They're just making sure nobody comes in the paint and gets those easy layups.
Looks like an offensive foul was called there. So the Thunderhawks will get possession on this one. They have been back on a scoring drought just a little bit.
Just the occasional 3 ball here and there, and good defense is keeping them in it.
Yeah, and wow, a lot of contact there on that one. Looks like Asher will go to the line.
And we mentioned it with Asher earlier, you know, dribbling through the contact. You know, that time she went up through the contact, and it's going to result in free throws.
Yeah, and that's nice. That was really heavy contact on that one. She hit the floor pretty hard. Just continuing that contact we've talked about all throughout this game. First one good there from Asher.
We've had pretty good free throw shooting tonight here from both teams.
Yeah, it's been a very nice free throw night. Asher trying for her second now. This one up and in as well.
The announcer jinx did not bite us that time.
Yeah, no, positive on that one. Couldn't quite get him. But definitely works out for the Thunderhawks there. Asher making 2 of 2. 2-point game now. Closest it's been all night. And a double there again towards the Panthers.
And they got her trapped.
Is that another jump that I see?
It is.
And we're going to have to start tallying these. There have been so many.
And the Hawks now, all of a sudden, you know, they'll have a chance here to try and tie and take the lead,
Like we said, closest it's been all night. Hawks here taking the lead could be huge. Get that momentum swinging in their favor. Asher will try for it, and bang! The Thunderhawks take the lead here in the Hawks Nest. And with that one, the Panthers will take a timeout. Head coach Dan Wallace is fired up after that one.
Seems like Asher's got the hot hand here now.
We join you back now in the Hawks Nest. Thunderhawks taking the lead on a huge 3 from Brooke Asher. Thunderhawks leading for the first time tonight.
You know, and it kind of just seemed at the beginning that the Hawks were shell-shocked by Springboro's aggression. And they're kind of returning the favor here, and it's just resulted in, you know, good defense and the occasional 3-ball. Gotten them right back in this game, and now they have a lead. 'Cause that probably should have been a double dribble there.
Looks like that one, thought it almost maybe might have bounced off Blunt's hand, but the ref saw otherwise, I suppose. That ball going down the tunnel backwards into the locker rooms.
Hard to tell if Selena got a piece of that ball on the shot and when it went out of bounds.
Looks like we'll have a full personnel change for the Panthers. All 5 girls coming out.
And they just need to get a spark of their own going. This game has just been a game of runs, and each team has kind of traded off. And right now, it's just been in the favor of the Hawks. We'll see if Springboro can respond.
Thunderhawks have been big on 3-point shooting. Majority of their points have come from it. That shot inside to Blunt, though. Blunt trying to get a 2, but nice defense played there by Turman.
And don't get me wrong, Springboro's defense has still been solid. They've left a couple girls open for 3, but overall, they're just trying to stay in front of them. Hawks are just hitting shots now that they didn't hit at the beginning.
Turman there trying to go backwards. Little mad she didn't get the foul call there. And Full there. No call on that one. We're still playing. And that's another jump ball.
I don't know, maybe that was a block?
I'm not really sure there. I thought there was going to be a call on that one.
That's a tough one. I like that they're letting them play, though. You know, you got 2 very aggressive teams. Not going to let it go overboard, but just letting them be themselves.
And looks like all 5 will switch out again. Interesting game planning here coming from the Panthers. I really haven't seen anything like that, switching out all of the personnel so quickly.
Maybe they're just trying to sustain for a few minutes, because the girls we just saw go in are girls that we didn't see play that much. Maybe they're just trying to get their starting 5 a breather so they can kind of go on a run here before halftime.
Yeah, and that one, a lot of extra action backwards. That's another jump ball. Maybe we will have to start counting these. It's got to be a new record.
And again, that's what you're going to get when you got 2 aggressive teams playing each other. And you know, we're seeing it on the court tonight. It's been a very hard-fought game in the trenches.
I've lost track of the possession arrow at this point, but it looks like it was with the Thunderhawks, so they'll get the ball. Too much back and forth for me.
As it looks like we're going to get a 4-person sub this time.
I know, another 4 swap out there for the Panthers.
Trent the only one staying in that group.
Really interesting how they continue to switch out like that.
Kind of throws away my theory from earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
As you see, Emma's just going to use as much time as she can here. If you're Springboro, you just need to go up and play her because there's only so much she can do if she has a girl in her face. But if you're just going to let her sit back there and dribble, then she's just going to take down all this clock.
Yeah, and I wonder if that's what they want. Probably get the last shot going to the half with the lead.
And that seems to be the smart play here because you don't want to squander anything before the half and have Springboro go into halftime with the lead, and all of a sudden the mood in the locker room is kind of different.
No urgency from either team, quite obviously here. We eclipse just under 20 seconds in the half. Full continues to practice her dribbles out there. Back and forth, back and forth. So we have some applause now. Thunderhawks trying to make a play. Asher has the ball. Working around to Zawila, 3 seconds. Zawila lifts one high. That one falls. Nice shot there from the Thunderhawks. It pays off, and Wallace is really fired up now.
Beautiful execution there by the Thunderhawks.
That could not have been any better from the Thunderhawks there as they'll go into the half with the lead, 19-15. Thank you for staying with us for this first half. We'll take a quick break, join you back for the second half. And we welcome you back to the Hawks Nest. Colin Kunz here alongside Camden Braden. I'm on this side now. Getting ready for the second half. We've had a very eventful first half, to say the least.
Yeah, we saw Springboro kind of get started here on a big run. Started the game off 11-0. Took the Hawks almost to the end of the first quarter to get on the board. But once they got on the board, it seems like the intensity kind of picked up. Hawks were a little shell-shocked by the aggression of Springboro, but I feel like ever since they've matched that energy, it's been better for the Hawks, and now they have this halftime lead.
Yeah, and it's the Thunderhawks really just heated up. Those three-pointers just really impressive coming from the Hawks. Just that, especially that last one on that last play. They just dribbled it out, and Zawila there on that last one. Just incredible stuff from the Thunderhawks.
Excited to see how this game ends, See if the Hawks kind of can keep their momentum or see if Springboro has a change in their game plan a little bit, and see if they can string together some buckets, as it was tough showing there in the second quarter for them scoring.
Yeah, it absolutely was. Really not much at all. That clock hits zeros. Both teams will head back out, prepare for this second half. Springboro with the ball on this one, ready to inbound it. Get it in and some new life here for the Panthers in this second half. And full there quickly on the steal. Thunderhawks picking up right where they left off. Gets that one to Tao. Tao now gets it back around to her. The Thunderhawks now slowing things down just a little bit.
Trying to calm things down after the early turnover to start the half.
Again, Thunderhawks here in no rush, which I think is really what's been positive for them. They seemed really panicked in the first quarter.
Yeah, once we saw those nerves go away, once the Hawks kind of settled in, started hitting some shots, we saw their confidence go up, and they're just going to be trying to ride that here throughout the whole second half. It seems like we got a foul there, and Tao's going to be going to the line.
And again, that aggressiveness continues from the Panthers.
That could be dangerous here as we go into the second half. If this game starts to get away from the Panthers and they get into the bonus here, the Hawks get into the bonus here early, they're kind of going to have to take off the aggression a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Those fouls started racking up for the Panthers. Tao now trying her second shot. First one was a little too much. Second one, though, looked nice. Adds to that Thunderhawk lead. Springboro Panthers trying to end their scoring drought. It's been quite a minute since they've got a bucket in. Thunderhawks have really picked up on defense there, and that shot too much off the glass, and Blunt uses her size to get that rebound.
And you see on their first couple of possessions, they're just trying to work the ball in the paint, as we kind of saw the Hawks do earlier. They're just trying to get some easy shots here. So we're going to have a travel here on full.
Yeah, and I feel like she maybe had a couple of them call on her tonight.
That one, just feel like she was a little too quick, kind of moved her feet before putting the ball on the ground, and, they're going to get that every time.
Panthers now working the other way, still trying to end that scoring drought. Nice pass inside there to Trent, and of course, it's Trent to end that drought with a shot off the backboard.
And Trent's been very quiet on the offensive end tonight. First three possessions here, we've seen them try and get the ball inside. They're definitely going to try and get her more involved.
That one goes out to Blunt. Blunt with a quick spin around. Shot just off to the right side there, didn't fall. And again, a lot more contact there. Looks like that one might have bounced off Foles' hands to go the other way.
Emma just being very aggressive there, trying to get that steal. Unfortunately there, the sideline was not her friend.
Springboro Panthers have a chance to tie things up here, only down 3 on the Hawks. Thunderhawk defense has really stepped things up. Move inside there, finds an open man outside, shot that one too much. Just arced over, is nearly another jump ball, able to get on top of it, and a foul called there on Blunt.
And I feel like Appreciate the aggression, but just kind of seemed like she was behind the backboard there. It would have been a tough shot either way.
Yeah, and you could see she was a little frustrated after that one. Definitely not happy about that foul call. Blunt with 2 now. Second shot now coming from Wade here for the Panthers. That one just too much, but Trent on the rebound, able to put that one up for an easy bucket over Blunt. The miss there almost worked out well for the Panthers.
And, you know, Trent there just using her height to her advantage there. You know, she was able to kind of get a push on Selena there, and she was just right where the ball ended up falling.
Thunderhawks now trying to get back on the board. And Asher, they're driving inside. It went down pretty hard.
As it seems like originally it was going to be Springboro ball, but, you know, the other ref here overriding them, and it's going to stay with the Hawks.
Asher shaking her hand a little bit after that one. She'll check out, hope she's okay.
So you hear a moment ago, you hear the disappointed boos here from the Springboro crowd.
Thunderhawks, though, do get that possession. Working it around at the outside. Tight defense back for the Panthers, not letting anything get in the paint.
And you see Springboro's kind of playing that defense that they were at the beginning of the game, just staying low in their stance, you know, definitely got that corrected at halftime. Not giving the Hawks as many open looks as they did in that second quarter.
Thunderhawks still trying to penetrate this defense, can't quite do it. Full now working on Trent, and this is a size mismatch just a little bit. That one high off the fingertips of Blunt, it would appear. That one will go back with the Panthers.
As you see, this has been a game of momentum and a game of runs. And it seems like momentum's kind of starting to go Springboro's way a little bit as they're about to get the ball back here, and you got to think if they can score here, just take the lead at any point here in the third quarter, you know, that's going to bode really well for them.
Panthers there finding some more room inside, and a nice block there by Blunt. That one was clean.
Great hands there by Blunt. Just timed that block absolutely perfectly.
And a travel called now on Martin. Thunderhawks will get the ball back.
Made sure that she didn't bump her body, just all ball, didn't give the refs there a chance to take that block away from her.
Yeah, and that's impressive. That just shows how she's grown as a player. All that experience with her being a senior, able to get those blocks without drawing the foul. Asher there, looks like she might have taken it over the line. They end up calling a jump ball after the Springboro crowd was calling for an over and back, which is almost what it appeared to me.
And I don't know there. I think that very well could have been an over and back. I think Asher's got to be careful there, you know, dribbling. If she's going to take it up that close, you know, she's got to have her next move in her head, you know, either pass the ball or just try and dribble through that, because you can't just sit back there and dribble it, or else, you know, almost every time it's going to be over and back.
Yeah, and with that one, Thunderhawks will take a timeout to think things over. We'll join you back after this. We welcome you back to the Hawks Nest here after that quick timeout.
You know, midway through the third quarter here, you know, we saw the Hawks get an early trip to the free throw line, but they haven't been since, you know. Springboro being a little bit smart with their defense there, as they've gotten a couple of buckets, you know, and now we're here in a one-point game. As it seemed like just a little bit of a...
Asher there with a little bit of a rushed pass gets it to Springboro.
Just miscommunication all around there, you know, girls thinking that their teammates are going to be in different spots as
Asher gets quickly to that one and just punts it out of bounds.
Appreciate the effort there from Asher. Just
Yeah, definitely. Maybe a little bit of anger as well coming
Yeah.
off that one.
Just next time, try and get a hand and not a foot on it.
Wide open for the... What a shot there. That one was straight through.
Panthers needed to see one of those three-pointers go through. They have really not shot it well from outside the paint tonight. And
That one does...
that's huge for them as Asher's trapped in.
Smart move there by Asher to throw it off the foot of the defender. We saw her try to do that earlier. Zawila now will inbound this one. Thunderhawks now playing from behind after the Panthers took the lead, and a lot of contact there on that one.
That should have been a foul. Asher got bumped there. As
Wade did go down, though.
great job there by Bacher on the box out. Able to get position there and get that board.
Asher with a deep three and short on that one. That one was from way back.
You know, we talked earlier about her kind of shaking her hand a little bit, you know. Did that factor into that three-point shot?
Yeah, and she's still looking at her hand now. Actually just looked right back down at it. She's maybe trying to play through that pain.
See how it affects her as the game goes on.
And Panthers now for another big three. That one just off the mark.
That one would have swung momentum their way a lot. She just
doesn't matter. Nice inside drive there and off the glass. Not three, but two to add to the Panthers' lead.
And just no help defense there from the Hawks. They were able to let Martin just dribble right around that paint area and get a free one inside.
Asher with another shot, and that one's short this time. Panthers are back to rolling again. 2-on-1, Full able to break up the 2-on-1, knocks that ball away. Asher has it in the corner now, working back the other way for the Thunderhawks.
Great hands there by Full, and not so great hands there by Springboro, as we're going to get a foul on them.
Yeah, foul call there on Martin. She continues to rack them up. Looks like that one's her third.
Yeah, and you know, they got to be careful as we get down the stretch here in this game, you know, with how aggressive they've been, especially the first two quarters. You're going to see some players get into foul trouble here as, you know, we'll see if they try and make some adjustments or, you know, they just see if they have the next man up mentality if one of their players foul out.
Nice pass there inside from Full. It's to Bacher. Bacher out to Blunt for three, and bang! Nylon! Selena Blunt with the shot there to bring it within one.
That is huge there from Blunt. They needed that, you know. Seemed like Springboro was getting ready to go on another run here as they made it a two-possession game, and big three there by Blunt to make it a one-point game once again. So it's just been a back-and-forth battle ever since the Hawks came back to.
And Trent there, too strong on the shot. Bacher gets the rebound, now going back the other way for the Thunderhawks. Asher has it, trying to make a move inside. Changed her decision, gets it out to Bacher.
As you saw, Asher with a couple of dribble hesitations there, you know. She was trying to look to drive it, but Springboro just wouldn't let her inside.
Zawila there tried for three, but too much, shot over the hoop. And Blunt there with a nice takeaway. Springboro tries to save it, but won't get it. That one will go the Thunderhawks' way.
As we've seen it from the Hawks here this quarter, you know, their hands have been very active. They've been very good here at getting those steals without fouling.
Yeah, and Blunt especially with those steals, the block earlier, making sure to have her hands in the right spot. And just Blunt as a whole has been a key part of this game. Thunderhawks now with a chance to take the lead. Again, not in any rush here. Panthers still playing that aggressive defense, though. A lot of contact inside. Thunderhawk crowd is letting them know. Asher now for three, and that one too much. Blunt with the rebound. Gets out to Tao for three, and that one blocked by Downing.
As you can clearly see that the Hawks are trying to run through offense through who has been their big three this game, Brooke Asher, Emma Full, and Selena Blunt. They have been doing most of the ball handling tonight, and that's who they're trying to ride it with. And, you know, if these defenders collapse on them, then, you know, they've got other talent on the floor like Tao and Zawila to try and knock down those open shots.
Full, Blunt, and Asher combined for 19 of the 23 points for the Thunderhawks. Asher now way out in the corner, still taking their time. Looks like they're probably going to try to bring out the quarter here like they did with the half.
As you see Springboro trying to tighten up the defense there, they're not trying to let what happened at the end of the half be the same kind of had the same result here as Blunt had an open look there.
A lot of quick movement there. Blunt opted for the drive inside, but too much off the glass. Now this one will go the Panthers' way. 38 seconds, open man down court. Shot up against the glass. That one falls. Panthers crowd excited about that one. They add to the lead.
The Hawks just need to get back on defense there. You know, I feel like they just had too many people waiting in the backcourt, you know, and then Springboro got the ball and just ran.
20 seconds left in the third quarter here. Panthers up 3 on the Thunderhawks. Asher now dribbling this one out in the corner. We'll see if they attempt to make the last shot. Asher trying to make some moves happen. 5 seconds remaining.
As Asher
3 driving to the glass. A lot of contact. Full was able to get on that one and put it up against the glass for a last-second shot.
Amazing job there by Full, not giving up on the play, you know. Saw Asher miss the shot, got in the paint, just scooped up the ball and put up the layup as time expired.
Yep, and impressive stuff there through 3 quarters. Your score, Thunderhawks 25, Springboro Panthers 26. We'll join you back after the quarter. And we welcome you back to the Hawks Nest, ready for an exciting fourth quarter. Thunderhawks down 1 here with the ball. It's been really back and forth all game, really, barring that first quarter.
I'm really excited to see how this one finishes. You know, I think it's just down the stretch, you know. Who's going to make more shots and who's just going to make more plays overall. It's just been a game of playmaking and, you know, getting steals.
He had a big defensive play there to get the Panthers the ball. Trent inside, just using that size to put that one up against the glass, add to the Panthers' lead.
And, you know, we'll see if any attrition sets in for any of these teams. As, you know, we've seen, like, as the scoring kind of changes here, we've seen different teams get tired and the teams.
And the Panthers just on a roll.
As it seems like the Panthers are just out here running fast now, and the Hawks are going to need to do something here to avoid this, getting this one out of hand before the fourth quarter even really gets going here, as Asher's been taking a beating tonight.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. She gets pushed out of bounds after that one, and she is really taking the brunt of the aggression. Thunderhawks down 5 now after the quick scores from the Panthers.
As again, you just see them trying to rotate the ball. Sydney was open in the corner there. Asher just.
And that's a nice pass there by Asher. Gets down to Blunt.
It's a great job there by the Hawks to open up the fourth quarter there with a bucket to not let Springboro go on a big run here to start the fourth quarter, as they have done the whole game.
Yeah, and it looks like Wallace will take a timeout there, and so will we. We'll join you back after the timeout. Back now out of the timeout. Coach Wallace taking that timeout, maybe to slow down the Panthers, plan some things out, try to get the Thunderhawks some more points on the board. Down 3 now, with 7 minutes just under to go in this game. Panthers have been effective on offense so far in this fourth quarter. We'll see if it continues here. Pass inside to Trent there, just over Foles' head. Trent does lose it though. Looks like that one was stabbed out of bounds by Tao to keep it with the Panthers.
And you see the aggression there by both teams. Wallace is not happy about that call. That's just pure, height there from Trent, just throwing that one over full.
Looks like Full almost got mossed on that one with the ball, but Trent couldn't quite keep a hold of it.
As he sees the wheel, they're trying not to foul as Emma
Takes the charge.
Yeah, sacrificing your body there to take the charge.
Great work there to get the ball back for the Thunderhawks. Again, still a chance to tie things up here.
And you don't need a 3 here just because you need to tie the game. You still got 6 minutes. Just don't try and rush things. Relax, run your offense. See if you can just kind of string together points over time, as the offense in this game from both teams have not been very good. So I just feel like, whoever just gets more open looks here down the stretch, it's going to put them in great position to win.
Yeah, and I would say I agree with you there. Don't force the 3 if you don't have to. Those looks inside, almost like that one, just a little too much.
Yeah, as you see, Emma just kind of tried to take on Trent there and did not really work out for her. Had to arc her shot a little bit.
Panthers now.
They're calling, Hawks crowd's calling for a travel there.
Full there, gets a hand on that one maybe? Or maybe just a really high pass, but either way ends up with the Thunderhawks. Tao there gets pretty obviously fouled by Trent.
And just a little too much body there from Trent, trying to come up from behind and make that seal, but just kind of overruns it a little bit and bumps into Tao.
Thunderhawks again here, a chance to put those points back on the board. Like we were talking about earlier, I think the 2 is probably the move here. They can just work effectively inside. I think that's worked at points in the game, especially using Blunt effectively.
As you see the Hawks, they're trying to take their time here. Both teams looking pretty tired, just trying to get that energy back up, and let's see what they'll do here as they try and run their offense.
You got to imagine the hesitation inside, though, is just due to this size for Springboro, which has just caused the Hawks, I feel like, to shoot more 3s.
And their game plan tonight, where they've gotten most of their points has definitely been beyond the arc, and they've shot it well at times. It's just, they've gone hot and then they've gone cold. So we'll just see if we can get one to fall here.
Zawila, no, just too much. Tao able to save that one, gets to Full. Full making a drive inside, gets that one to Blunt. Blunt behind Trent. Next shot rattles in. It's a 1-point game.
Hawks just wanted it more there, great hustle there.
Springboro will take a timeout on that one. So will we. Stick with us. We'll join you back after the timeout. Welcome back to the Hawks Nest there after another quick timeout taken by the Panthers. 1-point game here in the Hawks Nest, just under 5 minutes to go. Things are getting exciting here. That one not favorable for the Panthers. Going the other way for the Hawks is Full. Full making a move inside and she gets fouled. Taking that shot, she'll go to the line.
Just great job there by Full on the steal, getting out and running in transition and, trying to go up strong with that, but just getting fouled in the process.
You can't imagine they drew up turning over the ball there in that timeout, but that's almost what it looked like with how quickly that happened.
Yeah, and, you know, sometimes teams coming out of these timeouts just tend to relax, and, you know, they're so worried about what their next move is going to be running the play that sometimes it just happens too fast for them, and a turnover results.
Fall there, missed her first one just by a little bit. Second one does fall, though, and that's a tie ball game here now.
As we continue, with the exception of that first shot, we continue to see good free throw shooting here tonight from both teams.
Yeah, we've really only seen 4 missed, maybe, from both sides. Nice floater there, but just a little bit too short. Blunt tipping that one, fighting against Trent, knocked out of bounds.
And that one does look like it was off Blunt's hand, you know. I feel like that was the right call there.
Yeah, I think that one seemed pretty obvious.
As Trent's going to try and back down Zawila here. And
that shot too much from Trent. That was a nice back down move.
Tie game here with 4 minutes left. Zawila was wide open, and
maybe thought about it just a little too much, second-guessed herself.
I'm surprised she didn't pull it, as maybe part of that timeout was just trying to get
those twos like we talked about, perhaps.
Yeah, better looks.
Thunderhawks again here in no rush. We've seen this a couple times tonight. Just kind of dribbling things out, taking their time, not forcing anything. Asher for a deep 3 here, and that one almost in.
In and out right there.
Looks like a foul is called there on Zawila after that one.
And maybe a little bit of a frustration foul there after the 3 was halfway down, you know, could have given the Hawks the lead.
Yeah, that shot looked like it was going to roll in, but just back and forth rattled out. Unfortunate. Still a tie ball game. Panthers now with the possession. Thunderhawks back on the press. Fold there, making a stab at it. Panthers getting a little flustered here with this Thunderhawk defense. That one inside off the glass.
And it seems like Asher and Fold just weren't on the same page there. It seemed like Asher was trying to pass her off there, and Emma just wasn't paying attention.
Panthers up 2 now with 3 minutes to go. The size has really been a challenge for the Thunderhawks to work against, like we've talked about all game. I feel like that's what's really stifled their offensive power.
Yeah, you know, it seems like they've been trying to get the ball inside times, but they just can't do it. So they just kind of been settling around, passing around the perimeter and trying to get those threes like you just saw there with Asher.
Yeah, Asher with maybe almost another rushed 3. She's had a couple of those just taken, maybe not the best shot. Trent there gets that one fully across the court. Panthers now with a lot of good ball movement, but an air ball there coming, and save made, but Thunderhawks are able to get on top of it.
Great job there by Emma to kind of beat her to the spot. And Selena may have had some contact there, but nonetheless, she gets the bucket, and now we've got a tie game.
Yeah, and again, Emma there with the good vision, able to get it down inside to Blunt for just another easy shot off the glass. Like we talked about, the offense running through those key players puts them up 2.
And again, just another blown coverage there from the Hawks. Just, you know, Panthers were able to get out and run and get another easy bucket here in the paint.
And that's where a lot of these points have come from in this final quarter.
Yeah, you're getting to that point in the game, you know, neither team scored a lot.
And Blunt for 3, that one was shocking. Way high off the glass, but is able to bounce off and rattle in. And Blunt there on that one with the clean block. Incredible stuff from the senior Selena Blunt.
Just Blunt showing that leadership right now, you know, just with the big three right there. And she's seemingly the only one there who got back on defense. And
Foal goes down hard after that one, and Panthers able to take advantage of that one. Trying to put up the shot. That one too much arc. Won't fall. Thunderhawks keep the lead with 1 minute to go. Foul called. Brooke Asher draws that one.
I'm sure when Springboro watches the tape tomorrow, you know, especially if they lose this game, they're going to be sick over those last couple possessions on those fast breaks where they had numbers, but they just couldn't get a shot.
Asher now at the free throw line. Big shots here. If they fall, Thunderhawks could go up 3. First one, that's nice. Automatic for Brooke Asher on that one, clean through.
And we've seen Asher take a beating tonight. You know, it's led to a lot of her points coming from the stripe, and we're just glad to make Springboro not want to foul her here down the stretch.
And it looks like in that one, Springboro will take a timeout. So again, make sure to stick with us. We'll take a quick break. Welcome you back into the Hawks Nest here after this timeout.
As Brooke Asher here has got another free throw here, and this is definitely a huge one here for the Hawks. As we've seen in this game, the difference between a 2-point lead and a 3-point lead can go a long way.
Yeah, especially in a game like this. Asher at the line, this is a must-make shot, you gotta imagine. Just under a minute left to go in the game. Shot up and good.
That's the quietest we've heard this crowd all night.
And for good reason, Asher able to get that one easily.
You know, Springboro, a team that does not shoot the 3 very well. You know, I think here you just want to try and get a quick 2 and then trust your defense, who has been solid at times this game, and just try and get the ball back with a chance to win the game on it too.
In a wild heave on that one. That's a shocker that pass got thrown. That one was a little dangerous, but gets a little mixed up over there. Will go the Thunderhawks' way.
Well, now you're either going to have to get a steal or a foul here, because, you know, if you're going to play conservative, then the Hawks, as we saw earlier, they're just going to dribble this thing out.
Yeah, and with the free throw shooting we've seen in this game, that almost even isn't beneficial just because how automatic the Thunderhawks have been.
I don't know, Colin. Do you think they play the foul game here?
I'm not really sure on this. I think the Panthers are going to try to get a defensive stop.
You know, they've had a high success rate on steals, especially earlier in the game. I think you're right. As they get one
there it is. Panthers. Oh! And a foul called after the botched shot. Oh, my goodness.
Crisis averted there. We'll see if Springboro can cash in on these and make it a 1-point game.
Tao marked with the foul on that one. Wade at the line here. Crucial free throws for Springboro, as it almost seems like the Thunderhawks will have to score if they make them here. First shot up, and that one, too much, doesn't fall. And that's unfortunate for the Panthers.
And the Hawks here have to protect the ball. You know, you can't keep turning it over here down the stretch, or that kind of puts you in a position here to lose this game. They got 2 timeouts. I'd like to see Wallace use one here.
Second shot coming here. Chance to make it a 2-point game to tie. That one's up and that one's in. Martin back in the game for the Panthers now. She's been one of their more effective scorers. Has 9 points, just under Trent's 10. And trapped there from Trent. Asher has to get rid of it.
Asher hits the deck again.
Yeah, and she got pushed hard there by Trent on that one. Wallace was able to get the timeout beforehand, though, which almost isn't a positive. Might have gotten a foul there. But with the timeout, we will take a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment. And we welcome you back into the Hawks Nest here. The final 30 seconds. Thunderhawks up 2 with the ball.
Yeah,
This one is going to be an exciting finish.
You know, I can definitely see the subject of that timeout being Wallace telling them to take care of the ball. You know, can't really turn it over here. If you don't turn it over, you put yourself in great position to win the game, as you'll probably get a chance to a couple of free throws. And with the way the Hawks have shot free throws tonight, it's definitely ideal.
One gets that one. Looks like Trent maybe got a hand on it, and Springboro is not happy after that one.
I don't know there.
Their coach is furious here.
We don't know if that one just got away from Selena or Trent got her hand on it, but either way, the Hawks are going to get the ball back.
Hawks do have to inbound it again. 24 seconds to go here. Has to inbound it. That one's off of Trent's hands. Tie up now at midcourt. That one's a jump ball.
And it seems like it's going to go to Springboro.
And just well defended on the inbound there from the Panthers. They've done it well all night. Extremely important here.
And that was just a nightmare scenario there for the Hawks, you know, coming away from this possession with no points, and Springboro now have a chance to tie or take the lead. See if they can play some defense here.
17 seconds to go. Will the Panthers try to get the last shot? Full goes down hard. Martin making a shot, making a move inside. Martin trying, moving around outside. Martin for 3, bang! And the Panthers take a lead. Coach Wallace will take a timeout after that one.
And that was just a great shot there by Martin. Like, you know, the Hawks defensive rotation was good. You know, there just came that screen, and right after that screen, she just pulled up for that shot. And, you know, Springboro hasn't really shot it well tonight, but, you know, they get it there when they need it. Now the Hawks are going to have to come up with something here.
Yeah, and that's just a huge shot there. Big moment for the Panthers to get that 3. Like you said, haven't shot it effectively all night, but hit it when they needed to. There is 5 seconds left, though. Thunderhawks only down 1.
You know, and I feel like if you're the Hawks, there's only really 3 players here you're going to want the ball in the hands of, and, you know, those are probably going to be the same 3 players that the Panthers are looking to stop here. But, you know, if you can get, like, an easy bucket with one, or see if Emma Full or Brooke Asher can get an open look here, you know, that would probably be the most ideal situation here for them.
So if you're Coach Wallace here, what are you drawing up on this one?
I definitely think passing the ball around a couple of times. I don't think they should spend too much time like just trying to dribble it around, because if you just have one person dribbling it the whole time, you know, Springboro, with how aggressive they've been tonight, they're probably going to try and blitz. So, you know, try and get a catch and shoot to one of their shooters, or see if they can get an open look inside and hope for the best.
Yeah, absolutely. And 5 seconds, not a ton of time to work with, but not increments. So Thunderhawks have to work quick. Panthers excited now, as you can see, when they break the huddle. We'll see if the Thunderhawks can pull off a miracle here. Springboro crowd has traveled well. They're getting loud. Zawila on the inbound. 5 seconds remaining. Thunderhawks down by 1. Trent playing defense on the inbound. Zawila has to get it in. Gets it out to Full. 4 seconds remaining. Full making a drive down the court.
That's what you want.
Gets pushed out of bounds, and that one goes the Panthers' way.
I don't know about that one, Colin. You know, it felt like, you know, sideline's not really your friend there if you're Emma. You want to see her dribble that inside, but it didn't really seem like Springboro gave her a lot of space to work with, as the bump there knocked her down. And
yeah, you know, I'm shocked after that one that a call wasn't made. Maybe, I don't know, it was very close. It might have been closer down there from that side. That's just tough situation there for the Thunderhawks.
You know, and if you're the Hawks here, I feel like the only way you're going to win this game at this point is if you got to get a steal on the inbound here and just throw one up, because you're not going to have enough time to inbound foul and just like get another one in. And
yeah, with 1.2 seconds, you have to intercept that inbound and just chuck one up and pray.
And not that they have any timeouts remaining, but, you know, high school basketball, timeout does not advance the ball, so they would have to get a full court shot here if they did get a foul. And then so you're going to have to kind of get a steal and see. if they can get an easy layup here. And if I'm Springboro, I'm going to try and throw the ball at a relative distance because of that. So, you know, if they do get a steal, you don't want them to get an easy layup.
Yeah, I think any way you cut it here, this one seems almost a little bit out of reach for the Thunderhawks, unfortunately, after a great game, really, played by both teams.
Yeah, lots of aggressive basketball we saw tonight. You know, I feel like, you know, with the way they started out, it was just a little, like we said a few times, shell-shocked. And
teams will break the huddle here, and Trent ready to inbound this one. Blunt with her hands up. Thunderhawks have to intercept this and chuck it up like you said. Trent throws that one deep like you said.
That's not going to happen, and they're not going to get the foul off, and this game is over.
That'll do it from us here in the Hawks Nest. Final score, Springboro Panthers 38, Lakota East Thunderhawks 37. Really just an unfortunate ending to a great game.
Yeah, and I feel like this is something that they can really build off of, you know, like what we were just talking about, just little thing goes their way here and there, you know, I feel like it could definitely be a very different outcome, and we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, and the response will be huge. And I think it's especially tough for this team, one who lost a lot of very talented seniors, a lot of girls with experience, but this team really does have to start to gel again, and the future definitely looks bright after that game.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, we'd like to remind you to subscribe to Lakota East Broadcasting. We'll be covering as many basketball games as we can for both men's and women's this season. Next game we'll be covering will be the men's game. They're playing at Mason against St. X. That'll be their season opener. We're excited to join you then. Make sure a big shout out to Butler Tech, Lakota East Athletic Boosters, Lakota East Spark, and of course all of our production crew for tonight. We do again invite you to subscribe, and we'll be signing off.